our first topic today, which is about turning your passion into income. And I have a very amazing guest in studio with me today. Her name is Kajuju Kyogora, and she's the CEO and founder of Healthy Kajuju. Good to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much
And
for having me.
buju buju. Oh, welcome to the show, though.
Thank you.
And as often as we can here on Full Circle with Joyce, we really want to bring you stories of personal development from people who are literally trying to live out their own development and trying to practice that. And so my guest here today has an interesting story on how she started her food business as a result of changing her diet. So let's talk a bit about that. What birthed Kajuju or Healthy Kajuju, and where does severe acne fall in your story?
Yes. So, thank you so much for having me. Right after high school, I developed really terrible acne.
Really?
Really bad. Like the one that you don't want to leave the house.
Wow.
And I mean, strangers would be asking me, what's up with my skin? Have you tried this? So it made me so self-conscious.
Yeah.
And I
As
tried.
in strangers offering you advice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, it made me very self-conscious, and I tried everything you can think of. All these skin products. I really thought it was something that I was using on my skin, or it was hormonal. So I really tried to figure it out, even with medication. But none of it really worked. And then I came across research and articles about people sharing how they had used their diet and lifestyle to heal themselves. And so,
Of acne.
yeah.
Wow.
And so I decided to give it a try. I had tried everything else by then. And yeah, amazingly, changing my diet and lifestyle is what really made a profound difference
Interesting.
for me.
I'm sure you saw dermatologists at
Yeah.
the time. They didn't think at all about food.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one ever suggested that it was something that I was eating.
But what is it about food that would cause your acne then to... Because you didn't have it before, right? It was as you were
No,
clearing.
yeah.
So was it maybe a particular food that triggered things? Or
Yes.
how have you been able to explain it since then?
Yeah, so it was dairy that triggered it. And so for quite a number of people, dairy, you just can't digest lactose efficiently. And so it shows on your skin, you break out in
Right.
acne.
Before that, though, you had been taking dairy.
Yeah, I've been taking dairy.
It's just, I guess, your body
Yeah,
now
it just
became
developed
intolerant.
as adult acne.
Okay.
Yeah, later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And so the discovery then was it's about diet. Literally,
Yes.
milk and dairy just kind of kick those out.
Yeah, and I think when you get to the point where you realize something you're eating is affecting you, you just start questioning everything else that you're putting into your body. And so I just did a complete overhaul of my diet and my lifestyle. I wanted to stay fitter. I mean, exercising also helps with that as well.
Sure.
So it was just a complete turnaround. And once you feel the difference, you see the difference, other people also notice the difference.
Yeah.
You
Because, I
can't
mean, you're
go
glowing
back.
right now. I mean, your skin, and you don't even
Thank
have any
you.
makeup on.
Yeah, I don't have any makeup at all.
It's
and
crazy to think that you once had this severe acne that mpaka
Yeah.
strangers are giving you
yeah,
advice.
it's just healing yourself from within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, I guess looking back now, you're just like, man, after all that money and the skincare products and whatnot, like, it just goes to point that sometimes the solutions are so much closer than we think.
They really are. And it was a tough experience for me,
Sure.
but I'm glad that I went through it and I was able to learn through that experience. And now I'm able to share it with other people as
Right.
well who are going through the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you go from healing yourself to taking that research and the knowledge that you had gained to then starting a business?
Yes. So once you change your diet, you're obviously looking for alternatives to how you've been eating. So I've cut dairy out of my diet. I eventually turned to a plant-based diet, so I cut out meat as well.
Wow.
And it gets difficult to find delicious, exciting meals when you go out to eat, when you go to a supermarket.
Yeah.
So I started cooking a lot of my own meals.
Okay.
This was in university.
Okay.
So most of my meals were home cooked just because it was easier for me
Sure.
to know exactly what is on my plate. That's what I needed. And
But you're making it sound like as if you were eating really, really badly before. What was your diet then? And like, so, okay, now you've cut out dairy.
yes,
So does that mean even in certain foods that use dairy, like you just will not,
yes,
baked goods or anything,
Yes.
like you won't have any
yes,
dairy?
anything that has dairy, anything at
Any
all.
measure, even like the smallest measure of
Yeah.
dairy, you're just like,
Like right now, if I have like a cookie that has dairy, tomorrow you will see it. Yeah, I'll
Wow.
know that. Oh, even if I did it by mistake, I'll know. Oh, I must have had something
yeah.
that had dairy.
Okay.
Yes. So I started cooking my own meals, and I wanted to be accountable and just document my journey.
Okay.
And so I started a blog.
Okay.
So Healthy Kajuju, and I'll just share photos of what I was preparing, what I had bought. This is what I'm trying out today. I shared it on Facebook and Instagram as well, and that just created a following, and other people who are going through the same thing now start reaching out to you asking for advice. And that's how it started out.
Wow.
And then the products came after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically needed to find out a solution for your diet.
Yes.
This is how this started.
Yeah.
And now you're doing you're vegan basically.
Almost.
Almost.
I'd say I'm on a plant-based diet.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So I still do have a few animal products,
Okay.
but it's primarily plant-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've mentioned that being a little challenging with finding the foods and especially tasty foods that you can sort of sustain, particularly in our economy, which I guess vegetarianism and veganism is still kind of new. So what, for someone trying to follow in the same journey, is that the biggest challenge that you see, or what would you point as the biggest challenge in sort of adopting this lifestyle of cleansing yourself from within?
Yeah, I think it's such a big change from what we've been conditioned we should eat.
Yeah.
We have a certain mentality that we're just conditioned. This is what your plate should look like. It should have certain things on it for it to be a complete meal or for it to be delicious. So I think changing your mindset is the first really crucial step.
Okay.
Something else is I think you can make the decision and want to go fully into it, like decide, oh, I'm going plant-based, and tomorrow, and you want it to be just a complete change, and
Yeah.
that can be really difficult as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So I think a gradual approach to it is the best way.
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be completely changing your diet. You can introduce it once, twice a week,
Right.
like today for
It
lunch
has to
and
be
dinner.
a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
And for you, it's been so for how long now?
Almost 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you eat chicken
No, I don't.
for 5 years? No, but I mean, I hear you though, because I was also reading and watching something just last week about exactly what you're saying. The way our minds have been conditioned to
Yeah.
think about certain foods, and it's almost like it's a lie, it's a fallacy.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who are on these plant-based diets that have regained their strength and their energy and
Exactly.
been able to
Yes.
heal their bodies of all sorts of
Yes.
diseases. So especially in this culture of ours, it's definitely something that we need to consider. But as you say, it's not going to happen overnight.
Yes.
So but very interesting there though. For those of you who suffering with acne, maybe it's just your diet and it's not these products that you keep throwing thousands and thousands of shillings onto. But I want to dive now into your products. So out of this, you turned this into a business. So these are purely natural.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what is your main aim then with this?
My main aim is that I want to be able to walk into a supermarket, into a shop, and pick something off the shelf that I know exactly what is in it. I know that It's simple. It's fresh. I can pronounce all the ingredients on that list.
Yeah, it's very important.
And they're good for my body.
Right.
Just that transparency, that simplicity, that it's natural. So
Right.
we don't even use any preservatives
Oh, okay.
in the products. They're all made fresh and very simple.
So tell me, okay, for here I can see. Let me show you what I can see,
Okay.
right? Because sometimes you get funny things and you don't know what's in it because you can't even see.
Yeah.
I can see this is coconut.
Yes.
I can see some nuts. Maybe that's some macadamia. Maybe that's an almond. I see some raisins.
Yes.
Oats.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And so this is your granola.
Yes. That's one of the flavors of the granola.
Okay. What is it
Yes.
called?
That's the fruit and nut granola.
Fruit and nut
Yes.
granola. So what
Yeah.
are your product offerings? What do you offer now?
So we have granola. We have breakfast cereals, and that includes granola, muesli, and clusters. And we also have snack bars, 4 flavors of those,
Okay.
granola, peanuts, cinnamon, and ginger,
Okay.
and energy bites. And those we mix dates with different nuts and seeds and just create a snack that you can fit into your handbag. You know exactly what you're eating. It's good for your body and
Right.
it energizes you through the day.
So now that there's no weird preservatives in this, how long is the shelf life for these?
That's just about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to buy your food fresh anyways.
Yeah.
But these are now like your energy bites. So this
Yes.
has almond and cacao. It says it's a mix of almonds, cacao powder, dates, coconut oil, and I love how you say that's it.
That's it.
Like
yeah.
nothing else. We're not
No
lying
funny
to you about
business.
anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Do these things actually work as far as energy, giving you energy?
They do. I personally work out a lot. I do CrossFit,
Okay.
which is
Intense.
yeah, quite intense.
Yeah.
And these power me. The funny thing is that since I started this lifestyle and snacking on these, I'm just so much more energetic now.
Right.
Which people would find odd or surprising. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, doing this as a business, was that scary at first? I mean, were you doing everything initially? Are you still doing everything like on your own, or have you been able to sort of expand and grow?
Yes, definitely at first I was doing everything and just trying to figure out things on my own. And so I was the one making everything. Sometimes I'd stay up through the night
Wow.
making them. I was the one delivering them. You place an order, I would make it for you and I would deliver it as well. I was
Yeah.
doing the marketing, every single thing.
Yeah.
But with time, you definitely have to, if you want to scale, you definitely have to delegate
Sure.
and get people who can do it either as good as you or better than you,
Yeah.
and you can focus on other aspects of the business.
Okay.
So now I have a team
Oh,
that
okay.
helps me. Yeah.
You have a whole team
Yes,
How
we're
many?
still a small team, but we're
Okay.
a team.
of how many?
We're now 4.
Well
Yes.
done.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. I mean, from just healing yourself to now you've
Yes.
employed 4 people. That's a great
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a really great thing. And so where do people find these now?
So we have an online shop on our own website, as well as on Sky Garden and Green Spoon. We're also in a couple of gyms at Alpha Fit on Gong Road, at Jusmu Cafe in Gigiri. We're in Nanyuki at the Deep Station.
Right.
We're at the Reform Studio in Westlands. We're at Kitchen as well, who
Okay.
have various branches.
So
in
lots of
Nairobi.
different places that
Yeah.
one can find them.
Yes.
All right. But then as a young person who you basically single-handedly started this business, what would you say would be some of your biggest tips as far as turning your passion into a business? What have been some of your biggest lessons so far?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest one, now looking back, is that I think at first when you're starting a business, you have all these goals, all these things that you want to achieve.
I'm gonna
and
be
you
a
want
boss babe. I'm gonna secure the bag. I'm going to
Yes.
make it till I make it.
Yes, and you think that it will happen overnight,
Overnight.
and it really will not. So starting small is something that I now appreciate.
Right. There's something honorable to it.
Yes, yeah, and you learn along the way. So you can have this big idea, it's a really good idea, and it can seem so daunting. How am I going to achieve this? I have a timeline. But be patient with yourself. The process is also a very good thing. You're able to make a lot of mistakes when you're still small, so many mistakes.
Sure.
And which will make you much better when you now scale up.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of starting small. Even if you don't have all the answers yet,
Right.
you're going to figure it out along
You started
the way.
in your home, in your
Yeah,
kitchen.
in my kitchen, yeah.
Right. And now there's like a place that
Yes,
you produce these.
yes.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
You go, girl. All right. Well, I've been talking to Kajuju from Healthy Kajuju. And we've been talking about turning your passion into a business. And certainly, I think the biggest tip I'll take from you there is just about that starting small,
Yeah.
right? And just taking it a day at a time. And if you really want to scale your passion, then at some point also you have to learn to let go, because I think there's a way you're like, this is my baby and I need to
Exactly.
hold on to
Yes,
it, but
yes.
that's not the way to grow.
Yeah.
But congratulations to you. This is excellent. Glad to see that you're well and whole and glowing and thriving too. So lots of encouragement for you guys watching us today. With that said, we're going to take a short break now as we get ready for my next guest. I believe it's Sammy, and he's going to be talking about the act of tipping. I know Kenya Maze. Apa, najua we need to do a lot of work on this. But anyway, this is coming up next on Full Circle with Joyce. Do stay tuned.